My goodness, I'm so surprised. Everybody is so friendly. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hoppa, hoppa. Let's go. What's-y? Alright, wow, I had an amazing stay here in Auroville. I didn't say hi with my face, but hello everybody and welcome to my channel. So I stayed in Auroville for 5 days and I didn't vlog about Auroville for a purpose because you cannot really vlog about it. You have to feel it to come here. It's a super special place. It's a super peaceful community, and actually I don't even want to vlog about this place to not destroy it with mass tourism. So yeah, I will just tell you how special it was in Auroville and my experience at least, and experiences of a lot of people. It's a super magical place. You learn a lot, and I met deaf people here the first time in my life. I never met deaf people, but I had the best time with them. They taught me a lot. You don't need words to communicate, and we had actually super deep conversations. It's super hard to explain, but wow, that's a promise now. I will definitely come back to Auroville one day. And of course I stayed here now 6 days, like 5 nights, but still I feel like it's not enough. The next time I will come to Auroville, I will stay definitely for 2 months. But yeah, we're ready to ride now. Again, I will just make my way towards Chennai because I need a bike service again in Chennai, so I have to do it there at the Hero Service Center. And I have a lot to buy as well, and things that I cannot buy in like little towns. So yeah, I have things to do in a city, so that's why we stop in Chennai. It will be around 3.5 hours until I reach Chennai. And I have 2 stops in between. Yeah, what else should I tell you? Nothing, so we'll just go. Okay, no, sorry. Okay, I'm at the main road now. It's time to get my bike washed. It was raining in Auroville for the last 3 days. Everything was super muddy, so I need a clean bike now. And I think it's somewhere here. Car wash. Here we go. Turn. Hoppa. Definitely time to wash the bike. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. Freshly washed bike. My baby is clean again. I told him that my Expose is not waterproof, to take care a little bit that I don't get any water in my tank again. And yeah, now I will ride 40 kilometers, 1 hour. It's like 52 minutes for 41 kilometers. To our first stop, it's an old fort. Let's go. Oh look, the guy who cleaned my bike left me a souvenir. Left the highway, perfect, and I have 5 minutes to ride. And I realized that I'm not taking the coastal roads. I didn't check it. I thought it's obvious for Google Maps, but no. So now I have to check that I'm taking the coastal roads. And we're here. Gorgeous. Perfect. Oh, okay. They told me okay. Oh, so welcome to the Alamparai fort. Wow, it's massive. You see that? There are ruins all over. Alright, I think I have to park in the shadow through the sand.
Bos. Alright. Bos.
Okay, we leave. Bye-bye. Nice. Okay. That was actually pretty funny right now. And nice to see. My goodness, I'm so surprised. Everybody is so friendly. 2 families invited me to eat within 2 minutes. Really cute. Okay, we move on. Between Pondicherry and Chennai, there is a really famous temple actually. So I want to check that out. Let's see how busy it is. Hopefully not that busy because today is Sunday and it's not that hot today. So I guess that's a combination where places are super busy today. So let's check that out. Even here, like, seems like it's a picnic place for local people. You have a beautiful view to the ocean and you have shadow places. It's actually a perfect place to do a picnic. But we move on now. Oh, look, a lighthouse. Nice. So we have 1 hour and 20 minutes to go for 52 kilometers to reach the next destination, and then I will ride to Chennai. That's the plan. I see coconuts here everywhere, like every 500 meters, and they're selling a lot of jackfruit. Look at this. They're all riding on the right side of the road if they want to overtake, so they don't go back to the other car, but they're just riding on the right side. So the other cars actually have to go as left as they can, that there is no accident. And I cannot overtake as well. So they're driving on the right side for at least 2 kilometers. If they cannot overtake, no problem. But for me, I cannot overtake as well. So that's something I find really weird. And then everybody is saying, oh, don't overtake on the left side. You have like 3 meters on the left side, but the right side is dangerous actually. Coconut break. Very nice. Hello. One coconut. Bye bye. You're welcome. Bye. Yeah, as soon as I stop here, everybody is so interested. That's so cute. And this girl was so cute. She was like, oh, can I? Yeah, okay. And then she tried it here. It's like the other side. Oh, so cute. Holding the flag out of the car. Alright, my dashboard is showing me that I have like 24 psi in my rear tire, so I have to check that. Okay, cool. I arrived. First things first, coffee. There are a lot of people. There millions of people. There's so much people! My goodness, I never saw so many people here in India yet. But that's crazy. So we will calm down first, drink a coffee, and then we will go to see the temple. Alright, welcome to the Mahabalipuram temple. I found a guy. I'm not riding my motorcycle. His name is Logan. So he's riding for me. I don't need to ride, and he will explain everything about this whole complex. Let's go. Imagine carving an entire temple from a single rock. That's exactly what the Pallavas did here more than 1,300 years ago. The Pancharathas are 5 monolithic monuments, each sculpted from one massive granite boulder, making them some of India's finest examples of early rock-cut architecture. Standing on the shore of the Bay of Bengal for more than 1,300 years, the Shore Temple is one of the oldest structural stone temples in South India. Built by the Pallava kings in the early 8th century, it was already standing centuries before many of Europe's famous castles and cathedrals were even built. Perched right at the water's edge, it has survived more than 1,300 years of ocean breeze, coastal erosion, and powerful storms. The temple was once part of the thriving port city of Mahabalipuram, an important trading hub where merchants from across Asia arrived by sea. This is the Arjuna's Penance, also called Descent of the Ganges, one of the largest and most detailed open-air rock reliefs in the world. You can see incredibly detailed figures carved out, including gods, celestial beings, sages, and life-sized animals, notably a family of elephants. It features a complex layout with 3 shrines, 2 dedicated to Lord Shiva and 1 to Lord Vishnu. This is Krishna's Butterball, a massive 250-ton granite boulder balancing precariously on a slippery incline, famously defying gravity for centuries. The Shore Temple is only one part of a much larger UNESCO World Heritage Complex, famous for its extraordinary rock-cut architecture. For centuries, European sailors spoke of the mysterious 7 pagodas rising from this coastline, claiming they could see their towers from far outside at the sea. No one knew whether these stories were true. According to local legend, 7 magnificent temples once stood here before 6 were swallowed by the ocean, leaving only the Shore Temple behind. When the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami pulled the sea back, ancient stone structures briefly emerged from beneath the water. Later, it uncovered submerged walls and other remains offshore, adding new mystery to the centuries-old legend. While archaeologists have found evidence of ancient structures beneath the sea, the legend of the lost temples has never been fully proven. Despite more than 1,300 years of salt, wind, cyclones, and even the devastating tsunami, the Shore Temple still stands watch over the Bay of Bengal. Alright, it's already 6 p.m. No, later. It's already a little bit over 6 p.m. Sunset is here, and I think I will end this video now. Thank you guys for watching. It was an amazing day. I hope you enjoyed as well, and I see you in the next episode. Bye bye.